Hello curl friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jody and it's great to have you join me today. If you are new here, I do try to post curly hair content every Friday, so I encourage you to stay tuned. Click the notification bell down below here. I believe it's on this side, and that way you never miss another one of my videos. So anyways, we are doing another affordable drugstore series today, and in that series I try to keep all my products around the $10 mark or lower. Really, the $10 mark is my key point where I'd like to cut it off. This week, however, I'm making a slight exception, and I may be doing this in the future as well. Some of these products are at the $10.97 price point, so it's still $10. That's why I'm giving myself a little leeway, but just keep that in mind. So without further ado, let's get into these products that we'll be working with today. So if it isn't obvious already by the thumbnail, we will be diving into the For You products by Tia. And I remember, I'm sure many of you have the same memory if you're old enough, or if you've watched like retro TV or anything like that, like the Sister Act. Wait, what was it? Sister or something like that? I don't know. She had a show. I didn't watch it that much as a kid, but every once in a while I get to see a few episodes and everything like that. I always thought it'd be cool to be twin. Anyways, that's about the extent of my knowledge of it. So don't go for me on that. But anyways, we are diving into these products that she's created. They're supposed to be affordable and work well for any type of hair. And so the products that I chose to start out with my wash day is the moisturizing shampoo and the lightweight conditioner. And she does have a more clarifying shampoo, and part of me wished I would have picked that up. Not that this was bad, we'll get into that later, but I usually find myself preferring to reach for a clarifying shampoo a lot of times. And while some people may do a clarifying only like once every other week or maybe once a month, I tend to do mine, I wash my hair usually about twice a week, and I tend to do my clarifying shampoos about every other wash day. So I've been buying a lot of moisturizing shampoos because for a while I had a lot of clarifying shampoos. Now I feel like we're kind of going the other direction. Anyways, I chose the moisturizing shampoo, and we're going to get into the specs of that, and then I'll also show you some clips as well and give you my thoughts. This moisturizing shampoo contains watermelon and Hemi 15. This is a rich shampoo that cleanses without stripping essential moisture. It gives shiny, soft, and hydrated hair. The directions say to apply to wet hair and scalp and gently massage to lather, and then rinse clean. Now, I used this in the shower, and obviously I used it in the shower. I feel like that should go without saying. But I used this, and I only had to go in with one cleanse. I was fully expecting to have to go in with a double cleanse, but this thing lathered up fantastic. And I also will say that my hair really wasn't that dirty. It had only been about 3 days since I had washed, so my scalp and hair really didn't feel that dirty. And so, like I said, I got a fantastic lather. It worked well throughout my hair, and when I rinsed my hair, I felt like it was clean. So it did a great job thoroughly cleansing my scalp and on the first try. So then I moved on to the conditioner. This is the lightweight conditioner. It contains sea moss and Hemi 15. This lightweight conditioner gently detangles the curls, and it gives hydrated hair without the weight. The directions say that after cleansing, apply from mid-shaft to ends and rinse thoroughly. So kind of similar to the shampoo, they also have a more heavier or moisturizing conditioner. I'm not sure the exact title of it off the top of my head, but I chose the lightweight one being that my hair is more fine and easily weighed down in many cases. So this conditioner was, as it said, lightweight. It went on and detangled well throughout my hair. Now you'll see that I also apply this above my mid shaft of my hair. I am one of those, I tend to start at the mid shaft of my hair and I work it down, and then I take what's left in my hands and get it up closer towards the root. I try not to get it right on my scalp unless the conditioner would say to, but I do try to get it up on my root because that area needs conditioned as well. And like I said, this allowed me to detangle my hair. I didn't really have any troubles finger detangling. It does take me a while to finger detangle because it is a more slow and tedious process, I feel like, than just, running the brush through it. But it is also a more careful process as far as you're not ripping your curls out as easily. Anyways, it did a great job. When I rinsed it out, I felt like my hair was well hydrated, but not over moisturized at all, and it rinsed out well. Now the shampoo conditioner, if you noticed at all, I said it contained Hemi 15, and actually all the products contain Hemi 15. And I was like, what is this ingredient? So I'm just reading off of For You by Tia website, and it says that Hemi 15, also known as hemisqualane, is a patented award-winning molecule created with 100% ethically grown renewable sugarcane. And it's kind of using the Hemi 15 versus silicone, and it gives a list of things that it's supposed to help your hair with. It's supposed to provide frizz control, humidity protection, prevents breakage, strengthens hair, weightless moisture, reduces hair damage, buildup free, and supports healthy scalp, protects your hair color, thermal protection, sustainable, and biodegradable. So that is a list of all the things that the Hemi 15. I was looking at the ingredients list on here, and I believe it is this Hemi 15 is the C13-15 alkaline. So I believe that is the particular ingredient. Now, if you want to know any more details beyond that, what Hemi 15 does, I'm really not your person for that. You'll have to get a more scientific person. Science was not my favorite subject in school. I was more one of those history people. I loved history class. Now it's time for our next product, which is the leave-in curl cream. This contains flaxseed, and the Hemi 15 is a versatile leave-in treatment that softly conditions and nourishes the curls without the frizz. The directions say to apply to clean, damp hair and comb to distribute evenly. For more hold, you could follow with the curl defining gel, and you could choose to air dry or use a diffuser. Now, the shampoo and conditioner both retailed for $9.97. The cream and the gel, which I'll show you here in a few minutes, they both retail for $10.97. So, and then there's also hair oil, and I'm pretty sure that retails for $10.97, at least at my local Walmart. Now, a feature that I want to show you about this product and the gel is the cap. You twist the cap and it opens here. So you're just going to like squeeze the product out into your hand from here. The problem with that is this bottle is meant to be sat upright like that. And the problem is when you have product in your hand, do you twist the cap and then put it back down like that? It's just, if you don't, it seeps out. So it's a smart idea, or it's a neat idea, a unique idea, but I'm not sure it should be used for these hair products. Just my opinion. Or if you do, maybe have it for a product that you can flip the other way, if that makes sense. Anyways, what I choose to do is I will twist it open, and then I will just choose to lay the product like this on the counter, so that way it's not all seeping out as I try to go back for more. So I'm just going to, I've used the styling products once before, but I have not used the shampoo and conditioner before. So those were like a first impressions. This I have used one other time. And I forgot to show you how much I used. By the way, I forgot to mention too that the shampoo and conditioner, they both had a very, to me, like a faint scent of like cleanliness. It wasn't strong at all. This cream here kind of has a similar scent. They're both a little bit different, I feel like, but similar in that they feel fresh and clean. This is a little bit more powerful of a scent, a little bit stronger. When I say powerful though, it's really not overwhelming in my opinion at all. So I'm applying this cream on the mid shafts, and then mid shafts and down like I would apply my conditioner, and then slowly working it up. Just try and get this back crown area, and then I will brush this through a little bit. Cream absorbs well into the hair. I do not feel it like sitting on top. If you're not careful, I could see how a person could maybe go a little heavy-handed with this. I just generally know what my hair takes about, and so I have a good idea of what to go in with. Okay, so I currently have my hair section into 5 different sections. The lower section in 2 parts, middle section in 2 parts, and then this top area. I've been doing this off and on for a few weeks now, a few months now actually, more likely. And this is just something I'm still experimenting with, I feel like. I feel like my brush styling has been an experiment for a while. I think I'm going to wet my hair down just a little bit more. I'm seeing some root frizz. I personally like to style with soaking wet hair. Everybody is a little bit different, but for me, if I don't, I oftentimes find that I get more stringy curls. So play around and see kind of what works best for you. Your hair drying process will be faster if you style on more damp rather than soaking wet hair. But I just find that the products generally tend to work better for me, and my brush styling works better for me if my hair is pretty darn wet. The wetter, the better for me for the most part. I mean, sometimes I can get away with not having it as wet, and my hair does dry out pretty darn fast, I feel like. Just depending kind of on the time of the year too. But you will see me wetting my hair down a lot. And there's a lot of it that I don't show on camera necessarily sometimes, of me wetting my hair down in between just to try to keep my hair damp or wet in this process. So as I said, I've used these products one other time, and I used the cream and the gel, and once again, I need to wet this down. The cream, the gel, and also there's an oil. And shampoo and conditioner were my first time. I got good results this last time. Now, I didn't leave my hair, I didn't have it styled that many days before I rewashed for this video for you, but I did really like my results that I had gotten. And so I'm hoping I can kind of duplicate that. I did do my hair a little bit differently though. The first time that I applied these products, I had my hair already in these sections before I put in the cream. So I kind of did the cream section by section, more so than just like the two sections that I did earlier. And I don't prefer to do that because I will say when I tend to put my cream products in section by section, or even if I would do a gel, because sometimes you can brush style in a gel, but if I do it on a section by section basis, I find that I tend to go heavy handed, and that's really not what I want. So oftentimes, if I remember, I prefer to just do my cream in two halves and then proceed to section my hair and style from there. Okay, I am going to fast forward through this brush styling process and then meet you back when I'm done. Next product we'll be going in with is the gel. This is the Curl Defining Gel. It contains aloe vera and the Hemi 15. And it is a long-lasting styling gel that defines curls. It gives flexible hold and protection from environmental stressors. The directions say to apply to damp hair and use a wide tooth comb to evenly distribute and style as desired. All right, I will not be applying or using the wide tooth comb. I will just kind of glaze this over. And you know what? Even though it says on damp hair, my hair is just damp by this point. Even though I've been spraying it down as I've been brush styling each section, I am going to spray a little bit more water. Now you do have to be careful with the amount of water that you spray on your hair, how damp your hair is or how wet it is, and your gel, because it will affect the hold of your gel, the cast that it will give your hair. So because I spray more water on my hair, I don't want to say I can go more heavy-handed with the product, but my hair can handle a little bit more of the product as well. And you're like, why do you do that? Well, it goes back to the whole thing of I don't want stringy curls. So we are going to go in with this gel. This is a creamy consistency gel. And I am going to just put that on half of my hair. I still will have a little bit, I feel like, left on my hands. By the way, this scent, once again, still has that clean fragrance, but it does smell stronger. I feel like each product gets a little bit more consistently stronger in scent. I don't mind it though. This one might be a little bit heavy for some people who are sensitive. Okay, I'm going in with about the same amount. I thought I'd had some left over on my hands, but really I didn't. That amount. Just trying to get the underside and the top, and then, ooh, I got hair in my mouth. And then try to scrunch that in. I'm just trying to get this back area here too. That does tend to get missed, I feel like. Not really raking it through, but I'm taking my fingers and I'm like pinching it as I get in there and just kind of bringing it up a little bit. So I think I'm going to flip over and scrunch some more and then put my wet plop on. Okay, I have my wet plop on. I have a double shower cap. If you're unfamiliar with this process that I do, it's something I started a while back. I feel like when I first kind of cut my hair for the channel, and when I had my short haircut, I just felt like it helped my curls sit and absorb the product a little bit better, give it more time to just soak into my hair, and then I would leave this on for like 10-15 minutes and diffuse. And I don't know, I like the way my curls have looked ever since doing this step. I feel like they're a little bit more voluminous, a little bit more root curl. It could just be my hair has become more healthy over time. It could be that my technique in styling otherwise has become better over time. But when I look at my results before my haircut and before I started doing this, I like my results better. And so I continue to do it. Is it something that would work for you? I don't know. I really don't see a whole lot of curly influencers, promote this. And so I think I've seen like Hi Felicia, she does it, but it's just something that I feel like helps my hair personally. So give it a try for yourself if you want, if you're curious. And if you've tried it a couple times and you don't see any difference, forget it. It might not be for you. But for me, I feel like it helps. So I'm going to quit talking and I'm going to, like I said, leave this sit on for about 10-15 minutes, diffuse my hair, come back and show you the results and give you my thoughts. Okay, girlfriends, I am back with my hair fully diffused. However, I have not scrunched out the crunch or fluffed this up at all. So there was a slight cast while I was diffusing. It wasn't really strong. I can feel the hold that the products have given me, or the gel in particular, but I do not feel a cast anymore, really. But before we get any up close or anything like that, you know what? Actually, I take that back. We'll give you one quick shot here of what it looks like up close. We're going to scrunch out the crunch, so to speak, with this oil. There's not a lot of specs about this, at least not on the bottle itself, but it is a multi-use hair oil, contains vitamin E and the Hemi 15 and prevents breakage and adds sheen. This is, I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to make a mess. It's in a dropper form and it's a very shiny oil on the hands. So I'm going to do about 3 drops. And it runs down pretty fast. I have another oil I got from TJ Maxx years ago, and it is a argan oil, and I don't feel like it's as shiny as this is. But let me flip upside down and, you know, scrunch this in, glaze it over, scrunch it in, and we'll see what it does for the hair. Okay, and this is what the hair is looking like now once it's fully scrunched out, and this is what the curls are looking like. I will say I do feel like these products have lended to smaller curl clumps. Sometimes that happens. Some products that I use I feel like give me larger curl clumps, and sometimes I feel like they give me smaller curl clumps. I don't feel like this is stringy, but it kind of in a way resembles that to me. And it also, I don't feel like my curls are as shrunk up as they sometimes are. I actually feel like the last time that I styled with these products, just the gel and the cream, that my curls did shrink up a little bit more. Now, I don't really feel like I have that today, but that, you know, that could be environmental factors as well. So I don't really remember what the weather was like 3 days ago versus today. It's been cold, but anyways, yeah, so I don't mind the way this looks, but it isn't my favorite look. It kind of also reminds me of a little bit of the Next of Us, the way my hair looked then, but I really liked those products. And I'm not getting the same love feeling for these ones. I don't know how to explain it exactly. Like I said, I just don't feel like my curls are getting their full potential. I don't feel like they're springing up like I would like to see. I mean, they are defined in that I don't have a lot of frizz in my hair, but they're not springing up like I'd like to see. This one is a good springy one. It's a little wonky, but I oftentimes get that right around here too. So let me show you the back of my hair as I continue to collect my thoughts here. I feel like I have a good amount of shine. It's not an unnatural looking shine. I was a little worried with that oil because last time I felt like I used about the same amount of oil, but I feel like it left my hair looking kind of more unnaturally shiny for the first like 24 hours. After that, it kind of, you know, dissipated. But I'm not getting that today. I don't feel like, at least not in this natural lighting. It doesn't seem like it. And then my volume is decent. It's nothing excessive, that's for sure. It's not like I have extra volume today, but it's not a bad volume day. So I think we're just going to have to wait and see what tomorrow brings. See what my curls are looking like then. A day can change a lot. So I will check back tomorrow on day 2. Okay, curl friends, I am back for day 2 hair using the For You products by Tia. And let's get a look at what these look like a little more up close and everything. I do feel like some of the, I'm not sure how I want to say this. Some of the more, like I said, I didn't feel like it was stringy yesterday, but it was definitely a finer curl pattern. I feel like it's kind of fluffed up a little bit, so to speak. I don't mean that in the sense that I have more volume. I don't feel like I have any additional volume, but it's just a little bit more full, my curls, if that makes sense. And that may be due to the fact that maybe the curl has kind of curled a little bit more. Yesterday it was kind of a little wonky and more wavy in my opinion. More like a S pattern than a actual spiral. And that's not to say that all my pieces curled up more. I definitely have some wonky bits throughout my hair. Like earlier when I was getting ready, I don't know if I'll be able to find it again, but like this is just kind of blah. So, you know, we just kind of could seal that here. I'm not wild about my hair. I wasn't wild about my hair yesterday, and I'm not yesterday as the day went on more so. And I'm not wild about it now. And maybe that's because like I saw it more before when I was getting ready. Out here, it doesn't really look as bad. Maybe it's the lighting. Maybe it's just how I finally flipped my hair over into a part that I felt like looked better. But I haven't been wild about my hair. Let me show you what the back is looking like then. Yesterday, as the day wore on, I felt like I had a lot more frizzy flyaways kind of all throughout my hair. It wasn't just at the top. I always usually have some at the top. And no matter what I do, there's always a little bit there. And I think that's natural for me. But as the day went on, like my flyaways just kind of expanded from everywhere on my hair, I felt like. And so I wasn't thrilled about that either. They seem to have kind of, let me take a closer look in the mirror here. I still see some, not as bad. They must have kind of like tamed down overnight in the bonnet. I don't know how that works, but sometimes that happens for me. So I guess that's a bonus. But anyways, my overall thoughts on these products here. I like the shampoo and I like the conditioner. I felt like they did a good job. Shampoo thoroughly cleansed my hair. The conditioner was lightweight as it said it would be. I'm not sure. There's something in the cream or the gel that's just, or maybe both, that's just not pairing as well. I would personally like to see a little bit of protein in some of their stylers for me. That's what my hair enjoys. If I were to use these products long term, I think my hair would become more stretched out and just not thrive as well because it needs some protein somewhere in its weekly routine. I do wonder if I used a little bit more gel this time. I don't think I used any additional cream the second time of trying it, but I'm wondering if I used a little bit more gel and maybe that altered my results, because I kind of remember enjoying my results a little bit better the first time I tried these products out, the stylers. And another thing could be too, I didn't wear my hair down that long the first time I tried these products out. I just wore it down, I think like the first day, and then and it was less than 24 hours, and basically I pulled it up. So that could have a big effect in the fact that I just didn't, like I said, wear it down that much. I just didn't see, you know, how it really wore on my hair. They aren't the worst products that I've used, but they just aren't my favorite. They are very affordable. So if it's something like if your hair is more protein sensitive and therefore these products don't really have that in there, maybe you'll like these products better. I think they're worth giving it a try, possibly, but they weren't my favorite, as not even my favorite of the Affordable Drugstore series. My favorite of the Affordable Drugstore series used to be the Hass Curl Care line, but over time I feel like that hasn't really worked as well for my curls. I'm not exactly sure why. Most recently, my favorite of the Affordable Drugstore is the new brand, so I definitely encourage you to check that out. But anyways, I'll leave that video linked here if I haven't already earlier in the video. So anyways, let me know what you think of these products. Have you tried them yourself? I know that they were really popular a while ago when they first came out, and now it's been about a year. So let me know if you've tried them. Let me know if you're interested in trying them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. And until I see you again next week, have a great day. Bye.